Howdy, folks. So, I want to tell you about my crypto start manual. I've been talking a lot in the last few Facebook Lives about Bitcoin and my thoughts on the price and everything that's going on. And I've mentioned this crypto starter manual a few times now. So, basically, this manual is a starter guide. It's a way of being able to get people versed on what the real deal is with crypto. It cuts through all the crap that you may hear, and it tells you everything you need to know to get started. And I'm giving you the chance to be able to download it for free. We've got it's a really well done starter guide. So you can download it. I put a link in the description, cryptostartermanual.com/special. You can go and download it for free right now. So I'm going through the basics about what are cryptocurrencies. I'm talking about the stats involved, specifically with Bitcoin. I'm talking about blockchain. That's the most exciting part of this whole thing, the technology that fuels this, how blockchain is going to change the world. We talk about Bitcoin. We talk about altcoins. We talk about mining. There's a lot of myths about mining as well. We talk about mining as well. How you doing, John? I hope you're well. We talk about how big it all is as well. You know, the numbers involved, and that this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We talk about wallets and exchanges. It's basically everything you need to be well versed in getting going with the journey. This precedes my Blockonomics book, which is a lot more in-depth book, coming out early next year, which talks about a lot more in-depth stuff and how the history of money and how this is going to change money and finance as we know it over a period of time. But if you want to get started, this is an ideal way. If you go to cryptostartermanual.com/special, you can download it for free. And also be sure when you go and do that, on the page where you can actually download the manual, there's a link to my Blockonomics group as well, which is completely free to join as well. So ultimately, you're going to be hearing me talk a lot more about this stuff together with the other businesses that I'm doing into 2019. My big focus is teaching as many people as possible about crypto. And as I said, cutting through the BS that you hear. There's a lot, we talked about it yesterday on the live. There's a lot of so-called experts out there that have perhaps gone a little bit quiet now because the price is not as sexy as it used to be, and things are not necessarily from a price point of view as good as they used to be. But unlike a lot of those so-called experts, I've been around for 6 years with this stuff, and essentially I wish I had this when I started. When Brad Goss first told me about this Bitcoin stuff, I wish I had this, and it's a hell of a good way of getting started. Incidentally, if you want the hard copy version, you just go to cryptostartermanual.com and I'll send you a hard version out as well if you cover the postage and packing only. But you can get the PDF version. It's a really good looking book, and it tells you everything you need to get started. And one of the critical things as well is, you know, it doesn't just leave you hanging. We give you some resources that you can go to and start even more. And the biggest resource is the Blockonomics group that I said you can join for free as well. So there it is. Simple as that. The other thing we talk about as well, if you're watching this and you run a business, we talk about accepting crypto, how you as a business person can accept cryptocurrencies. It's a lot easier than you can imagine. It's a lot easier than perhaps you would think it is. So yeah, go and check it out. You're going to be hearing a lot more from me here on Facebook Live. But if you want to get there, get going, and ultimately be ready for the next wave. You know, over the next month or so, I personally believe if you've been holding back because of all the scare stories, and if you've been looking at the price and you see where we're at this time last year, where we're at now, ultimately it means we're in a pretty good place in the next month or two to be able to buy crypto. You know, the market is the market, but ultimately these low prices mean that actually it's a pretty good time to be able to buy crypto. So this is a great place to start. And joining that group, the Blockonomics group as well, is also a way of you being able to get all the latest news and all the latest insights completely for free. And it's a way of being able to connect with me as well. We've got a lot planned, not just a book. We've got a whole bunch of training courses coming out. We've got live workshops coming out to be able to teach people about this in a live environment. Got a lot of stuff planned in addition to the other stuff that I got being planned in 2019 as well. Exciting times indeed. Go to cryptostartmanual.com/special if you want to download the book. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope it gives you that start that you need. If you've been sitting on the fence, or maybe you've got a little bit, this will cut through what you need to know. Thanks a lot, guys. Catch you soon.